Welcome back, friends. Today we're going to be reviewing Natasha Denona's Mini Star palette. But before we kind of dive into the review, can I get a thumbs up on my brand new tablescape here? So what you're seeing here is me reviewing this palette on top of my dining room table, and this beautiful canvas you see here is actually one of my white pillowcases, which I know you're thinking like, wow, step up you say, but I'm like, the last 3 reviews that I did were on my tile floor, so I do think this is a step up. So give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down and let me know whether you think this is better or worse. Do you actually prefer the tile floor or do you like the kitchen table? Either way, I think I'm moving up in the world. Okay, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and dive into the review. So what you're looking at here is, like I mentioned earlier, the Natasha Denona Mini Star palette. So Natasha Denona, in case you're living in a makeup cave, is a beauty brand that is actually really well known for her larger palettes. So she tends to have these palettes, beautiful kind of releases, maybe like 2 or 3 a year, anywhere between, gosh, I want to say it's like 16 to 21 shades in a palette. And she's not really well known, in my opinion, for the shades. She's actually well known for the price, because each one of those palettes will cost you $130. I don't know about you guys, I don't have $130. I got kids, I got a house, I gotta feed them, I got a dog. $130 of eyeshadow, not in my budget. But when she actually released these little mini 5-pan palettes, I was like, now you're talking to the poor people, Natasha. So these little mini 5-pan palettes are actually gonna run you $25. You can typically pick it up in the Sephora section, right where like what do you call those? Like when you're about to pay and you're waiting around, and then like the impulse buy section, this is where I found mine. So not like in a Natasha Denona case or section. This is literally in like the mini section at Sephora. And I got this during the VIB sale, so I got it for 20% off. So this palette ended up costing me like about $20, which I think is a really good deal. I'm gonna get this out of the way. This thing is tiny. It is literally like the size of my hand. And I don't particularly think I have big hands, considering, I mean, I know they look huge in the viewfinder, but this is tiny. This is like American Girl doll size. And this thing costs you $25. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. This may be tiny, but this is mighty. I freaking love this palette. I love the colors. I love the variety. I love the fact that you can do a totally glam look and go all the way down to a grungy look. It can be a very natural look to a very like going out for dinner and drinks look. I mean, this little thing has 5 pans, but you can certainly do lots and lots and lots of looks with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and start swatching this. I think this is what typically you guys like. I'm gonna let you know what I think of all these shades, and let's start it up. Okay, so I'm gonna start from left to right, and what you have here is Orion. Now there's 3 shimmers, I should say, and 2 mattes. Orion in the pan is very, very deceitful. It kind of looks, in the viewfinder, it actually looks like it's like a beautiful shimmery like blue green aqua shade. Nah, cancel that. If you're gonna buy this palette because you think this is a blue shade, I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna be very disappointed, because when you actually swatch this, it is actually one of those, I forgot what you call them, but they're like a shade that has like a shift to it. So depending on where you like position yourself under the light, it's going to have this really nice shimmery peachy brown undertone, but then if you like kind of go like this, you kind of start seeing like the blue and the green. So am I disappointed that this isn't a aqua blue shimmery metallic shade? Yes, but do I hate it? Absolutely not. I actually think this color is beautiful. When you like kind of layer this maybe like on top of this shade or even this shade, you're going to get a very dark grungy look, and I like that. I really do. Like, I actually ended up wearing this when I went on my cruise last week, and I just kind of like, honestly, all I did was like tap it on my lid, and then I put this and this in my crease and in my outer V, and I paired it with this black jumpsuit that I had, and I thought it looked pretty damn hot. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I really did enjoy this shade. I do think it's a little bit deceitful. I wish there would have been a little bit more blue to it, but I'm not disappointed. Then the next color you have here is a matte. Now this one is called Atik or Atik. It's actually spelled A-T-I-K, so I'm not really quite sure how you pronounce it, but it's a beautiful peachy brown shade. I actually put this in my crease. I put this in my crease and just above it because I have pretty deep set eyes. So I like to put this in my crease and then blend it all the way up almost to the brow bone, and oh, it's just so beautiful. It's like the perfect transition shade. It's the perfect lid shade. It's the perfect shade, period. I love this color. And then the next shade that we have down is another beautiful metallic, and this is like a rose gold metallic. And now this is the one, this is my jam. This is beautiful. This one is called Bellatrix. So this one is like the Harry Potter villain. So you see what I see here? It's like a beautiful rose gold. I mean, pat this on the lid, this in the crease, and then this chocolatey brown shade we're gonna dip into in just a few on the outer V and the lower lash line, and boom, done. This is like a gorgeous, easy peasy glam look. The next shade that we're gonna dip into is this chocolatey brown, and this one's called Earth. So you kind of go like this, and it feels so creamy for a matte. And you're gonna see how pigmented this thing is. Look at that. I don't see a lot of matte shades that kind of have that glide. And I'm not really surprised because, like I told you, it is super creamy to the touch. So when you like pack this on your eyelid, you're really gonna get a whole lot of pigmentation. I don't tend to like to play with a lot of dark colors, but this one is just so easy to blend. You could either like blend it out, buff it out with like a fluffy brush, and it just creates like a little bit of depth on the crease and on the outer V, or you can pack it in to create like a really nice smoky look, and you can't go wrong. Actually, the two matte shades are like work perfectly with any of the three shimmers. So this shade, and this shade on the lid. So this is like crease, outer V, lower lash, and lid. Beautiful. Same thing. Crease, outer lash, lower lid, and lid. Boom, you're done. Like, so easy. Like, it's just so easy to work with. I cannot say enough. And then the last shade that we have here is Cosmos. And this is a very pretty gold shade, but I'm gonna tell you, it's not my favorite type of gold, and I'm gonna let you know why. It feels just the same as the others, super nice. If you swatch it, it's super pigmented. And you know, it has a little tiny bit more glitter than I would say than this one and this one, but I don't like the gold of this that much, at least not for me. It performs beautifully. It looks really nice. I actually didn't create a look with this when I went on my cruise, but I was playing around with it with the swatching, and I don't like this kind of like goldish green look to it, but I could see how this vibes with this look. Like basically, Natasha gave you here a light matte, a dark matte, 3 shimmer shades that you can use and play with and create multiple looks with it as however you like it. Just because I don't like the shade doesn't mean I don't appreciate it. I still think this palette is worth. I would literally buy backups of this palette. I would totally, you know, be buried with it if I could, because I think this is that good. I actually think this palette is totally worth the $20 that I paid. I would say it's worth $25. I would even pay $35 for this palette. I actually think this is going to be my go-to holiday palette, and totally recommended. I would say, like, if you had a chance, if it's on sale during the holidays, I know that the VIB got extended. Don't know if you guys picked it up or not, but if you do see another sale and pick it up, go ahead and do it. $20 is totally worth it. $25 is worth it. Let me know, guys, if you picked this up. Tell me if you guys agree with me. Let me know what you think. Throw me some pictures of what kind of looks like you did, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.